Thank you, Dylan. That was beautiful. Good morning and welcome. It's so good to be together today, and thank you so much for coming out in the rain. My name is Karen Mazzata. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm this morning's worship associate. I'm pleased to welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Huntington. Hello to those of you who are watching at home, on Zoom, and now later on YouTube. I'd like to extend a special welcome today to newcomers. If you're new to our congregation and need to speak to someone to learn more about us, please visit our membership table in the social hall or speak to one of the greeters on the way in. Know that whoever you are, whomever you love, and wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. Today's service is part of our special summer worship series, during which we offer a variety of topics. Mary Mitchell will be leading today's Pride for Youth service.
All right. Good morning. My name is Mary Sussman. She pulled the Mitchell off of my Facebook page. My pronouns are she, her. On behalf of the LGBTQ plus Social Justice Task Force, thank you for joining us on this rainy day. In today's service, we will learn about our split plate recipient for June, Pride for Youth. We will hear about the work they do and how we, as Unitarian Universalists, can continue to advocate, especially during these current difficult times. We will hear music and spoken words about advocacy and becoming who you are meant to be. And we'll have a special shared reading in a little while about the power of speaking up. Our guest today is Hunter Coggins. Hunter, who uses the he, him pronouns, is the Regional Program Manager at Pride for Youth, or PFY. He's responsible for supervising staff, managing the Regional Prevention and Support Services Initiative, and providing services such as case management, counseling, HIV testing, medication support, and clinical support. Hunter received his master's in social work from Stony Brook University. He loves working at PFY because he is given the opportunity to serve the LGBTQ plus community through their empowering and life-saving programs and services. Welcome, Hunter. And I just found out that he went to high school with Ben. There you go. So now if you can please stand as you're able and join us for our opening hymn. It's hymn number 1053, How Could Anyone?
We light this chalice today in recognition of the inherent dignity and the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family. This is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. May this chalice remind us that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights, that all people are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of humanhood and compassion. Just a few announcements for today. Next Sunday, August 25th, please join us for our first worship service with Pastor Madeline Campbell. She'll be serving as our contract minister this year, and this will be an opportunity to learn more about her and for her to learn a little bit more about us. We hope you'll be able to join us. The following Sunday, we will be off for the Labor Day holiday.
No, we will not.
Oh, we will not? Okay, I take that back. That is in the last flash, though.
It's an error.
Okay. That's Pastor Madeline, who knows best at this point. Okay, sorry about that. We'll be here Labor Day weekend. Next Saturday, though, August 24th at 10 a.m., Nikki Willard will hold a social justice workshop. We currently have 4 active social justice teams: environmental justice, free and fair elections, LGBTQ and justice, and racial justice. Are you interested in becoming a member of any of these teams, or starting another one that we might not be addressing? Please join us. Please let Nikki Willard know, and you can find her contact information in our flash and our membership directory. That's next Saturday. And just to give you a heads up, our 8th annual Pumpkin Patch launches October 1 at American Legion Hall at 1 Mill Dam Road. Saturday, October 5th, will be the unloading of the pumpkins and the start of sales, and everybody's welcome to join that unloading of the trucks, which is always a fun and inspirational day. The whole event for the month of October is always fabulous, and there are often some crisp, beautiful fall days to enjoy. You can get all the details of these announcements in next week's flash and on our website. And if you aren't getting our weekly newsletter on Thursdays, you can sign up on our homepage at UUFH.org. Please join me in singing the affirmation.
Hi, I'm going to be reading Speak Up, written by Miranda Paul and illustrated by Emily Glenn. There are times we should be quiet. There are days for letting go. But when matters seem important, speak up. Let others know. There's so many ways to speak up. A sign, a smile, a shout. If we can make things better, why not let our words come out? When you're being introduced and they get your name all wrong, speak up. Say your name. You are you and you belong. When someone spreads a rumor and you're sure it isn't true, speak up. State the facts. Truth can open up our view. When a rule just isn't fair or has gotten too much old, speak up. Work for a change. Justice comes when we are bold. When a person wounds another with their words or with their fist, speak up. Be an ally. Safety comes when we persist. If you see someone who's lonely or they're having a bad day, speak up. Share a moment. Kindness goes a long, long way. When you've made a small mistake, even if you didn't know, speak up. Say you're sorry. Learn to listen. Learn to grow. When you have a special day or you're giving something neat, speak up. Shout your thanks. Gratitude makes life so sweet. When you're packed with feelings and the world seems dark and gray, speak up. Ask for help. Friendship chases clouds away. When trees and creatures suffer from our quick and careless choices, speak up. Rally others. Nature needs our mindful voices. When you know a scary secret about someone getting hurt, speak up. Tell someone. Courage sometimes means you blurt. When a group is taking one path, but you know it's not the way, speak up. Change directions. Leaders don't always obey. While some people speak up loudly, and your voices might whisper quiet, one voice can make a difference, so don't hesitate. Go try it.
Thank you. That was fabulous. Now is the time in our service where we invite you to light a candle for something close to your heart. Bridget Zimmer will come to the front and have a basket with cards if you'd like to write your moment of the heart on a card and present it to the congregation. We'll join, the candles are in the front, only in the front today. So as Dylan plays, we invite you to come forward to go to the candle table. Let's take a moment to honor some special moments in our congregation. With gratitude for a week of fellowship at Sophia Foz Camp. Celebrating Pam and Alex's wedding. Woohoo! And a candle of joy for the amazing week at Sophia Foz Camp. Guess it was a great week. That's awesome. It's so wonderful to see all the pictures on social media. It always brings me much joy. Again, thank you for the entire Foz family for a beautiful week at camp. Thank you. Now let's have a moment of silence. Let us open our minds and hearts to the place of quiet, to the silent prayer for the healing of pain and the soft, gentle coming of love. Dylan will now play Spirit of Life. Please sing along. The words will be on the screen. Each week we have a collection for our split plate program. That means any undesignated funds will be split between the UUFH and the charity of the month unless you indicate otherwise. This month we're supporting Splashes of Hope, which was founded in 1996. It's a nonprofit dedicated to creating art to transform spaces, enrich environments, and facilitate healing. Splashes of Hope creates artwork for positive change, transforming medical and social service centers into welcoming, positive environments for patients and staff like Huntington Hospital. I can attest to the value of Splashes of Hope. I hadn't seen their work until this last year, and I experienced a lot of days at Huntington Hospital with my father-in-law. And there is art above the beds, like a lighthouse or a mountainscape, which really brought us joy, helped us feel like it was helpful, inspirational. Many of the murals are all over the world now. They're headquartered, Splashes of Hope, next door in Quandra Hall, and apparently they've reached 50 states across the U.S., internationally in France, Italy, and Ukraine as well. The ushers will be passing the baskets while Dylan plays. For those of you at home, you can send a check to the office or donate through the website. Thank you for your support.
Our reading this morning is excerpted from Your Voice, Your Word, The Power of Advocacy. Advocate comes from the Latin word for voice. To be an advocate is to raise your voice on behalf of others to achieve, or at least to strive for lasting change. Advocacy is a particular kind of action. The goal is to influence for the good. By using your voice, you participate in shaping the future. How often have you seen something that really needed to be changed and wondered, why isn't someone doing something about that? Well, guess what? You can be that someone. All it takes is your voice, joining with other voices, and pretty soon you'll see just how powerful advocacy can really be. So go ahead, start the winds of change with your own little flutter, and be an advocate. Marian Wright Edelman, an American activist for children's rights, said, "If you don't like the way the world is, then change it. You have an obligation to change it. You just have to do it one step at a time." Now let's take that step.
Walk with me, I'll walk with you. Down these troubled roads we've stumbled into. We're all in this thing together, we're gonna make it through. If you walk with me, I'll walk with you. Be there for me, I'll be there for you. When we're running out of hope, when we don't know what to do, like a candle in the darkness, shining bright and true. Be there for me, I'll be there for you. Oh, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Alright. 'Cause you and me got better days coming. Yeah, everything it's gonna be alright. Walk with me, I walk with you. I know the rain of today will bring tomorrow's bloom, where we can't see where we're going, what the world is coming to. You walk with me, I walk with you. It'll be alright. Walk with me. It'll be alright. Ooh, I will walk with you. Alright, anything. Oh, walk with me. It'll be alright. Ooh, and I will walk with you. It's gonna be everything. It's gonna be alright. Everything. I will walk with. Gonna be alright. Ooh, gonna be alright. Everything. And I will walk with. Gonna be alright. I will walk with. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Walk with me. I will walk with you.
Hi. I was really nervous for this, but you've all been so welcoming, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Hunter Coggins. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the Regional Program Manager over at PFY. We were formerly known as Pride for Youth. We are just called PFY now because we actually serve all ages. So, expanding our funding, yeah. Love the nonprofit life. So I have my master's, so I provide counseling, case management, HIV and syphilis testing. I supervise our staff and mop the floors. PFY is a nonprofit that serves the LGBTQ plus community across Long Island. We are also open to our allies. We very much want a space that is for everyone. And we provide free confidential counseling, case management, testing, social groups, events, and do outreach like today's event. We are a very safe, affirming place for our community and our allies to get support when the world is very unkind. Ongoing anti-LGBT legislation continues to impact all of us. PFY staff, including myself, often hear, "You all got marriage equality, isn't that enough?" Unfortunately, that doesn't mean that we have equal rights. That does not mean that we are where we need to be social justice-wise. Not when teachers are fighting in court just to put a pride sticker up in their classroom to signify that they are a safe space for their students. Not when hate crimes against queer people have increased by 32.9% in the past year. Not when there is a legal threat to trans and non-binary folks being able to do something as simple as play sports. And certainly not when trans-affirming healthcare is being criminalized across America and parents could go to jail for supporting their child's identity. You may or may not know that these regressions are very consistently happening in 2024, but whether you know it's happening or not, we want you to leave here with the knowledge that you can make a difference. Just by being here in an affirming space, you are making a difference. In many parts of our country right now, places like PFY cannot even exist, so I really appreciate you allowing us to be here. I mean, it's just me, but us as an organization. PFY got its start 31 years ago in 1993 because Long Island Crisis Center was receiving a lot of calls on their hotlines from people who were looking for LGBT counseling and supportive services. Nothing like that existed at the time, so LICC, Long Island Crisis Center, secured a foundation grant to address this need in the community. Not only was PFY the first ever LGBTQ health and human services organization of its kind on Long Island, but also the first in a suburban setting in all of America. The work we do is groundbreaking and always has been. It's no secret that we are currently experiencing some extremely challenging times in terms of how the LGBTQ plus community is viewed in our country, in our society, in politics, and we are in a very pivotal and frankly very scary election year where we could see some dark times ahead depending on how things go in November. And a lot of people have been reaching out being like, okay, what could we do to help? A lot of folks wonder how they can support our community, especially as allies. The first thing is honestly just listening. I think that is a huge piece of it. When you listen to someone, they feel heard. It builds that human connection. Talk about and normalize our community openly. We are human beings just like you, and when our family, our school, our society doesn't accept us, doesn't support us, we need our allies to step in and be like, I got you, it's gonna be okay. And we need support, you know? You know the saying, knowledge is power. The more information you know about a topic, the more likely you are to understand and to be able to communicate questions, or if you need clarification. That's also a huge part of it too, just asking questions and trying to be supportive and show up for your friends and your family. Most people want to come out on their own terms, using their own words. If you know someone in your life is queer or trans, please allow them to come out on their own. I have had a few clients who have been outed, and it has been presented in very dangerous situations, either with domestic violence, with bullying at school. We just want to make sure that you're really allowing that person to come out for themselves. And use your voice. Tell elected officials how you feel about legislation that adversely affects our community. You have the right to call your legislator's office. You can send an email, even if they don't read it, you know, you could try. You can politely ask a pigeon to send a letter to their office. Anything to have your voice heard. Because at the end of the day, we are a community and we work better as a team. So if everyone sent a letter, everyone called the office, it's more powerful than just one person at PFY being like, hi, some of my clients are calling, you know? So it all comes back to community and building that relationship. Educate yourself on political candidates' positions on LGBTQ rights and vote for an administration who will protect those rights. I won't tell you who to vote for, but I can encourage you to educate yourself and understand how anti-LGBT legislation is directly impacting our community. We are receiving an influx of kids calling, showing up at our office, scared for the future because of the 527 anti-LGBT bills introduced in 2024 alone. You may be thinking, we live in a blue state. There's nothing to worry about here. I wish it was as simple as that. Just 30 days ago, here in Nassau County, a bill was signed into law banning trans athletes from playing in girls' sports at county-owned athletic facilities. This anti-LGBT rhetoric is impacting us here in Nassau County. It's not just in Texas, not just in Florida, it's in our backyard. And honestly, we need your support. Your queer and trans family members need your support. We are stronger as a community, and from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen, to try to be a better ally, to be here in this wonderful weather we're having. Thank you so much, and if you have questions or you need anything, please feel free to reach out to PFY. We are very happy to be of service to you. Thank you so much.
It's weird to talk right after singing. I'm going to share a poem with you called A Litany for Survival by Audre Lorde. For those of us who live at the shoreline, standing upon the constant edges of decision, crucial and alone, for those of us who cannot indulge the passing dreams of choice, who love in doorways, coming and going, in the hours between dawns, looking inward and outward, at once, before and after, seeking a now that can breed futures, like bread in our children's mouths, so their dreams will not reflect the death of ours. For those of us who were imprinted with fear, like a faint line in the center of our foreheads, learning to be afraid with our mother's milk, for by this weapon, this illusion of some safety to be found, the heavy-footed hoped to silence us. For all of us, this instant and this triumph, we were never meant to survive. And when the sun rises, we are afraid it might not remain. When the sun sets, we are afraid it might not rise in the morning. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. When our stomachs are empty, we are afraid we may never eat again. When we are loved, we are afraid love will vanish. When we are alone, we are afraid love will never return. And when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard, nor welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak, remembering we were never meant to survive.
So this song was written by Jake Shears, I don't know if he's the lead or one of the lead singers in the Sister Sisters. They switched because he doesn't sing unless at a beat. But anyway, this song was about him coming out to his mom. He had this story about, I think, like he took his mom out. Well, yeah, he took his mom out and came out to her, and she had like this really just negative reaction, very like clutch your pearls kind of situation. And so he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna write a really good song about it, and this is that song that he wrote. When you grow up, living like a good boy oughta, and remember, it takes a shot at the best side. Something different, all the girls seem to like you, 'cause you're handsome, like the talk ain't a whole lot of fun. Now your girls are gonna miss you, and your house has got an empty bed. Folks who want about the wedding, they won't listen to what you said. Gonna take your mama out all night, yeah, show what it's all about. Get it jacked up on some cheap champagne, let the good times all out. If the music ain't good, well, it's just too bad. We're gonna sing along no matter what. 'Cause the dancers don't mind at the New Orleans, and they can make a cut. Do it! Take your mama out all night, so she have no doubt we're doing all the best we can. Gonna do it! Take your mama out all night. Stay up late, 'cause baby, you're full grown man. It's a struggle, living summer, watching all them girls pass by. When your mama heard the way that you've been talking, try to tell you that all she wanna do is cry. Now we end up taking the long way home, looking overdressed, wearing buckets of stale cologne. So hard to see the streets on the country road, with your glasses in the garbage and your continentals just being told. Gotta take your mama out all night, yeah, show what it's all about. Get her jacked up on some cheap champagne, let the good times all roll out. If the music ain't good, well it's just too bad, we're gonna sing along no matter what. Cause the dancers don't mind at the New Orleans, every time they can make a cut. Do it! Take your mama out all night, so she have no doubt we're doing all the best we can. Gonna do it! Take your mama out all night, so she have no doubt, baby, you're full grown man. Gonna do it, take your mama out all night, so she have no doubt we're doing all the best we can. Gonna do it, take your mama out all night. Stay up late, cause baby you're a full grown man.
Finn, that was fire. Many thanks to Mary Sussman for coordinating the service. All the special people who had a role in it: Ellie Rubin Perez, Hunter Coggins, Regional Manager for Pride for Youth. I want to give you another shout out. Ann and Bryce Glatsky, fabulous. And Finn, and our music director, fabulous everybody. Really touching and inspirational. We will be advocates. Please join us in the social hall for some conversation and fellowship if you have the time. And to all those at home, have a wonderful day. Thank you.